up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Al right back at you with another tutorial. What we're gonna do here, guys, I'm gonna do a hot towel razor shave. This is my friend Armando right here, good customer of mine, been with me for a long time, and he comes in for a regular haircut and a shave every 2 weeks. So what I'm doing right here is, first of all, I'm starting off with my BGR3, my Andes BGR3s, cordless. And what I'm doing is I'm just hitting it with a 1.5 Ostra blade, 1.5. And basically I'm just worrying about, because what I'm doing to him is I'm leaving him a goatee. So what I do first is I hit it with a 1.5 and just even it all out. Once I even it all out, I'm going to grab my Andes Scalatorized GTX machine, and basically I'm just gonna shape out the goatee. As you guys can see, I'm knocking off all the excessive hair. There's many ways of doing shaves, guys. Myself, I've always accustomed myself to getting it down nice and smooth before I actually apply the shave solution. And the reason being I do that is because I feel that when you're able to see what you're cutting, it is better than just going in there blind-eyed with a hairy face, you know. So I always, especially if they're getting a goatee, I'll always trim it down with my trimmer first and shape it all out the way I want it exactly. And once I trim it all down, then I'll go in and I'll start my shave. So as you can see, I always do one side of the face first, and then I spin them around and I do the other side. And that way I can always get a nice straight line on my goatee. And I do my shave the same way, even if he didn't have a goatee. If I was doing a complete shave, I would still do the same thing. I would still knock it down first with my trimmer before I go in there with my straight razor. Now, when I first started shaving, guys, I'll just give you a little insight on that. And when I first started shaving, I used to shave the old school way too. I used to use hot lather and lather them all up and everything. But as I went on, I found out, and as I've gotten better at shaves, I found out that it's not easy shaving when you use hot lather. So the method that I've developed now is that I use a clear shave gel on the face always, and what I do is I use what I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna show you guys when I prep my customer for a shave. I always first I get him with a trimmer, then I lay him back as I'm doing right there, and I always apply a towel on him so that we don't get nothing on his shirt or get him dirty at all. And the first thing that I do here, as you can see, is I'm going to apply a shave oil. And what I use Clubman shave oil. And basically what it is just a nice minty, vagrant smell that softens up all the bristles and the skin. And what I do is I rub it in there gently. As you can see, I'm rubbing it in all throughout where I'm going to do my shave. Once I apply my shave oil, now I'm going to get my shave gel. It's a clear shave gel. I use Maintain products, and I really stand by that product. Their products are really good, and I like using their Maintain. It's called Maintain shave gel. And as you can see, I applied it almost like I didn't apply anything, but there's a thick layer of gel on there. And what I do after I apply my shave gel, now I'm going to put a hot steamy towel, and I have my hot steamy towels in my towel warmer always ready to go for when a customer comes in. And the theory that I have is that, and keep in mind that everybody does shaves differently, guys, and the theory that I have is that when you apply the shave gel and it goes on cold, and then you apply a hot steam towel over it, it activates that shave gel, I feel that it really blends into the skin, and it makes it a nice smooth shave. And the best part about it, guys, is that you can see where you're going. There's when you shave with hot lather, sometimes, especially if you're inexperienced, it's kind of like shaving on a surface that you can't see because the foam is white, you know? So when you use shave solution like this, clear shave gel, you can see exactly what you're shaving. And as always, what I do is I turn the customer's head to one side, and I stretch his face out. I actually put his head backwards so that his neck stretches out. And I always start with a sideburn, and I work my way down. I try to use the shave steps that we learned when we were back in barber school. Of course, when I went to barber school it was many years ago, but pretty much it's the same technique. You know, I try to apply the same steps. So I start on one side of the face and then I go below the goatee and I work my way down. Always stretching the skin, guys. Always pull the skin the opposite way that you're going to be shaving. Now I turn his face to the other way and the same thing, I stretch his face out. You have to stretch it out, guys. Don't, you know, as you can see, I use my thumb of my opposite hand and I pull the skin up as I'm going down. All nice, smooth strokes. Sometimes you'll see me do like a 3 little jab stroke, and that's because right there is where he has a stronger bristles. So I try to stretch it out and get a little cleaner shave right there. Shaving is a skill that takes time to develop, guys. Don't get discouraged. It takes time, and you see me going through this pretty quick right here. And I know this gentleman's face already. I've done his shave hundreds of times, so that's one of the reasons why it's so easy for me to shave him. But it's not always this easy. But don't get discouraged. So what I do now, guys, is I'm gonna grab my liquid shave solution. It's called. It's a solution made by a company called I Love Being a Barber. Believe it or not, I'm going to show you guys the product right now. It's going to be on the label. It's I Love Being a Barber shave solution. And what it is a liquid shave solution that you spray on. So this is what I'm going to do. After I'm done with the shave going downward, what I do is I always go back the other way. So now I'm going to stretch his skin out and I'm going to come back the opposite way. Now guys, if you guys don't go the opposite way, no, this is not easy to do. So this is a skill that takes time to develop. But you know, if you don't try it and you don't do it, you're never gonna learn it. You know. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't always go the opposite way. It just depends on the customer and what kind of skin he has. If he doesn't have the right type of skin, I won't even dare to try this. This is only for customers that have very smooth skin. Sometimes certain people have little bumps and stuff like that, so you got to be careful with those because, you know, a straight razor will cut those bumps right off. So you always have to be very, very careful. But this gentleman right here, like I said, I've done this shave hundreds of times, so I already know his skin exactly, and I know what I can and cannot do with it. But right here, you can see that the shave solution that I applied was a liquid. So what I do is I just kind of rub it into the face, and at the same time, I can feel that where there's bristles at and where I need to go over and where it's nice and smooth already. You would think that using gloves that I can't feel the hair, but I can actually feel the hair even through the gloves. So I can tell when it's smooth and when it's not smooth. I'm just looking basically when you see me rubbing his face, I'm actually just feeling for little bristles that I might have missed that I can't see. But believe me, guys, getting good at shaves is just another thing that's a repetitious thing. You just gotta get into it and try it, and don't get discouraged. I mean, shaving is an art form, and it's an art form that takes a long time to develop and to get good at. And really, the only way you're gonna get good at it is by doing it. So right here, I'm pretty much done with the shave. So what I like to do, and this is my own personal thing, I always like to apply another hot towel on top of him after he's done. And I feel like some people say that it reopens your pores, but I feel that when you apply that hot towel at the end, it's just a nice, soothing way to finish a haircut, you know? And what I do is I apply the hot towel and let it sit there for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Right now you'll see me, I put my hands on it and make sure that it's cooled down. Once I feel that it's cooled down enough, I'll pull it off and I'll use that same towel. And this is another reason why I like to use this is I use that towel to wipe off his face and just massage it and make sure that everything's nice and clean and feeling good. Once I'm done with that, what I'm going to apply here is I'm going to apply some Maintain aftershave balm, and this is a really good aftershave balm that you can apply to the skin. It invigorates it and smooths it and makes it smell really good. And after that, I'm gonna give them a little dab of some aftershave, and that's pretty much it, guys. This is all it entitles to this service right here, guys. If you guys ain't doing shaves, guys, you guys got to get it with it. You know, this is a skill that was developed by our forefathers as master barbers. And if you plan on being a master barber, you got to be able to shave somebody's face. So learn the skill, guys. That's it for this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, leave me a comment, subscribe, but keep watching. Catch you guys on the next video. Lates.